Everybody, it's Big Ant, and I wanted to show you guys the newest video here for my prop I've been working on. This is a tombstone maker idea that I've had for a long time now, but I had a lot of trouble coming up with a mechanism that would work consistently and didn't cost a fortune to make. Once I got that worked out, I was finally able to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the prop here real quick. Obviously, as you can tell, it's not done, but the idea is he's carving the tombstone. One side is finished, and he's working on this side now. I still got to paint everything. I got to use the heat gun to bend his hands around it. I still got to make that piece look like a chisel. This piece still needs to be painted up to look like a hammer. But I'm really happy with the way this turned out. This is something I've always wanted to make, and I think the motion came out really good. The skeleton's posed really well. The motion works perfectly. This is exactly what I wanted out of it. And let me show you guys the mechanism here real quick. I'm super excited about this mechanism. I've always been wanting to try to make something to give me a linear motion out of a circular motion that didn't cost a lot of money. And as you can see here, I finally came up with an idea that works perfectly. I know a lot of places charge a couple $100s for a mechanism like this, and even those mechanisms, they claim they don't work if you lay them on their side and things like that. But this one, I'm using a ball bearing drawer slide. And because it's a self-contained ball bearing drawer slide, it actually works at any angle. I did another video. I'll attach that video to the end of this video, or post it as a separate one, I'm not sure yet, that will show you guys how you can make this mechanism and how it works at any angle, up and down, laying flat, upside down, doesn't matter, because that rail slide is self-contained. And as you can see, it's just super simple. I'm using a wiper motor, and I'm getting a perfect linear motion out of it. So this is great if you guys are looking for an up and down or side to side motion that's a true up and down and true side to side, not something that wobbles up and down kind of like a tombstone popper does. You can even use this for a new version of a tombstone popper if you wanted the head to just go straight up and straight down. I do think you can get a little bit more motion out of this. Right now I've got a small arm on the wiper motor here. I believe if you put a bigger arm on there, I'm going to test it out, you should be able to get more motion. Right now I'm getting about 4 inches of up and down motion, which is pretty good, and that works exactly for what I needed here. I didn't need it to be any more than that for the swinging of the hammer. But that's it. I'm super excited. This thing works great. It doesn't bind at all. And like I said, it works at any angle. So let me show you guys the prop again one more time here. Obviously, I still got to paint all this stuff. I got to paint this to look like a hammer. I got to paint that part black so you don't see it at night. I got to wrap his fingers around it. I got to make this look more like a chisel. I'll have to put a flat part on it right there. But overall, this is the basis of it. It's basically done other than the detailing and stuff. But I think it came out great. I think it's going to look really cool in the graveyard. I'm going to have a soundtrack to go with it as well, so it sounds like the hammer tapping the chisel. But that's it so far. Once I get this thing completely done, I'll do another video so you guys can see it all painted up and everything and put into the yard. But as always, thanks for watching, guys. Hey everybody, Big Ant here, and I wanted to make a video to show you guys this new Halloween prop mechanism that I just came up with. This was something I've actually been working on for a long time now, where I wanted to take the circular motion from a wiper motor and make a true linear motion, an up and down motion, I guess you could say. And I wanted to do it with something that was easy and cheap to do. I didn't want to have to like weld crazy brackets and things like that. Like I've seen prop stores sell a similar mechanism, and they're expensive. They're like $200. And I was also reading on some of the mechanisms mentioned that they only work going up and down. They don't really work too well if laid on their side and things like that. So this is what I came up with. This is actually super simple. This is just a cheap ball bearing drawer slide that I got at the hardware store. I think it was $6. A spare 2x4 I had laying around, and a wiper motor. And the only thing I had to make was the bracket here, which I made out of a piece of aluminum. So let me plug it in. Let me show you guys what it does real quick. And I think this is going to help a lot of people who are looking for this kind of motion out of a wiper motor. So as you can see, that's it. It's as simple as that. I get a nice straight up and down or linear motion from the circular motion there. And as I mentioned, because this is a ball bearing slide, it works at any angle. You can use it laying down, you can use it going up and down, upside down, however you want to use it. Because this is a sealed up ball bearing slide, it's always going to work. And this was super easy to make. Like I said, I'm really excited about this. This gives me a really cool range of motion that you used to have to do with either pneumatic props and things like that, or actuators and things, but now I'm doing it with a wiper motor. So this is a much cheaper solution, much easier solution. It's pretty easily controllable. I do think you can get more movement. I'm getting about 4 inches or so, and that's, the movement's being limited by the arm here on the wiper motor. I'm going to test it. I'm going to buy the longer wiper arm from Fright Props and see if I can get a bigger range of motion without it binding. I don't think it's going to bind. I think it's going to work. I'll make another video for that later once the arm shows up, and then I'll have to make a new bracket and things like that. You don't have to use as big of a drawer slide as I did here. This just happened to be the one I bought. I don't really know why I bought one as big as I did. So if you're worried about size, you could easily do this with a smaller drawer slide. I'm assuming they make smaller drawer slides. I think they had like 6-inch ones. I probably should have bought a 6-inch one. This one was a 14-inch slide. But anyway, it was, like I said, it was super simple to make. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm really excited about this. If you're watching this video, I've got another video I'm going to be making for the where I'll show you the actual prop that I had in mind for this. The whole reason I designed this was for a specific prop that I'm working on. I think it's going to be really cool, so I'm really looking forward to showing that to you guys as well. But that's it. Like I said, I just wanted to show you guys this real quick. I don't know. Like I said, I'm super excited about it. I thought this was really cool. This was a motion I've always wanted to get without having to use pneumatics, without having to use an actuator, and I needed it to be super reliable. And that's what I'm getting here. Like I said, because it's on the ball bearings, it's going to work perfect every time, no matter how you mount it, no matter what you do with it. It's going to always be super reliable. And I thought that was pretty cool, as you can see here. Hopefully you guys get a good shot of that. But yeah, like I said, that's the linear motion that I'm getting. And I'll show you guys the prop soon. Thanks for watching, guys.